than that. So that was and the other one, I can never make
Pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Shegun Taiwo. I'm a licensed insurance producer, and also I'm into health, life, and accident insurance. I'm also licensed to do Medicare. I'm certified in Medicare insurance. So I'm right here in Philly and all over the state of Pennsylvania. Again, the name is Shegun Taiwo, and you can reach me on 484-202-7707. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Williams. I run the Sky's the Limit Entrepreneurship Program. I'm teaching young kids, ages 5th through 8th grade, pretty much how they can learn how to run a business using the skills that they already know, that are from sports or from other activities that they already indulge in. So for instance, one of the things that I try and teach the kids is that communication is used in volleyball, which might be one of their favorite sports. And communication is also used in business. So therefore, I try and link it together and teach them that they already have the skills to run a business. I'll give you my phone number first. My phone number is 215-919-9328. And we can also be reached by email at skyisup, SKY is up, 215 @gmail.com.
Okay.
These are essential oils. They're the blood life plant. They're the blood life of every plant. These are therapeutic grade A. You get a diffuser. You get 11 essential oils in this particular group. You get goji berry, and it comes in this beautiful kit. And if you want to know more about it, you can call me, Phyllis Mims, 267-701-7019 to learn more
Do you have
about
website or Facebook?
Not at the moment, but I will have it soon. So just keep me in mind.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
So this is all about the skincare.
It's
right?
skincare. This is you can make your own products. It's about being chemically free.
Oh, I
That way,
see.
when you make your own products, you know what you're putting in it. There's no preservatives. There's no additives. You control your
Right.
health. It's taking ownership of your own health
Right.
and using the products that God has given us to use to keep us well.
Oh, so it's more like organic.
All organic. Yes, it is.
Back to nature. All right.
Yes, back to nature.
Okay, I see.
Exactly right. And we're going to live above the wellness line.
So how long you been in business?
I've been in business for doing this exactly for
Yeah.
a short period of time. But I love it so much. I don't call it business, I call it sharing. Sharing information about our wellness. In our community, we need to know it. We need to know more about how to take care of ourselves.
Is this the first time in?
This is not my first time.
Oh, I see.
You mean here?
Yeah, in. I mean the product. Is this product the first time in the market?
No, it's been around for 20 years. The
Oh,
company
20
has
years.
been around for 20 years.
That's a long time. Yeah.
Yes, a long time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We have farms all across the country and all across in all parts of the world. We get our products. They're not cut with any oils. They're not cut with any kind of chemicals. They're 100% pure, and that's what I love about it.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Bill Young. I'm a holistic nutritionist, and I'm happy to say I'm 75 years old. I take no prescription drugs, and I've been able to help my body heal itself through holistic nutrition. Now, what is holistic nutrition? Well, it's not just food, water, because we're more than just the physical body. So I'm also a Reiki instructor, and I'm an instructor at Temple University, their PASIC program. I see private clients, and what I do is I tell people how they can do the same as I am. They can get rid of the prescription drugs, they can get rid of the chronic diseases, and the key is making yourself alkaline. Okay? Most of what we eat and drink, unfortunately, the standard American diet, will make your body acidic, and it's just a biological fact that most bacteria, most pathogens, even cancer, needs an acidic environment to grow in. Okay? So if you make your body alkaline, then all of those diseases will go away. Anyway, I have to run now, but if you'd like to contact me, find out more information about how I can help you and what I do, and maybe join my class, you can call me at 646-961-3818. Okay, again, 646-961-3818.
Is there
Thank
any?
you.
Do you have a website or Facebook page?
Yes, go to Kangen, Kangen, water, WATER, .news, NEWS, kangenwater.news. Thank you.
Okay, this is Philadelphia Roundtable, and we're here interviewing a sister who's had quite a bit of experience in the beauty field. And we're going to let her introduce herself and tell us what she does.
Thank you so much. My name is Tony of Louise Antoinette Salon here in Philadelphia. And what we do is not just so much salon work as opposed to hair. My field involves the wellness section, how to take care of yourself, how to eat properly, how to have the correct and the right conversations with people that bring about youthfulness, happiness, and comfort. My salon is in University City. I've been there for more than, maybe 20 years, but I've been in the business for more than 30 years. And what I do is just concentrate and make sure people understand not only how to take care of themselves externally, but also internally. Eating proper, right foods, right company, right conversations. So I'm Tony of Louise Antoinette Salon in Southwest Philadelphia at 5439 Whitby Avenue. And I thank you for hearing and listening. Come and see me. It's more than just beauty. Outside, it's also inside. Thank you.
Okay, great. Do you have an email or phone number that people can make appointments or get in touch?
I sure do. I can be reached at 267-716-4698. That's my direct number. We don't have a website. It's a small private lounge. So again, I'll give you that number. 267-716-4698.
Hey everyone, my name is Harry Kusrianto from the Interfaith Study and Community Development Association in conjunction with Philadelphia Roundtable concerning the program and the idea of healthy eating and healthy living. It's such a very important subject that we need to talk about and we need to address. On behalf of Interfaith Study, what I like to say is this. Obviously, everything that you put in your mouth, any food that you put in your mouth, it goes all the way in your body. We have the slogan and the common expression, you are what you eat. So obviously, the type of food that you eat and consume, the type of water and liquid that you drink, it will affect in your mind, in your heart, in your behavior and your physical performance. As you know, inside in our physical body are very complex, very intricate, with all different organs, with different function and with different components. Within our physical body, we have many different aspects that's related to it. There is a biological and physical aspect. There is a spiritual and psychological aspect. There is a social and economical aspect, and there also may be a political aspect that also connected. So what I'm saying is that we have to look at things in the big picture. We have to look at things in totality and as a whole. So speaking of healthy eating and healthy living, we have to look at things from a different perspective. We have to look at things from a holistic approach. Our physical body, literally, it's only a vessel, and within that vessel, we have spirit, mind, body, heart, and soul. So all of them has to be nurtured. All of them has to be taken care of and given a proper nutrition, so that we may have a healthy living and healthy lifestyle and balance in all aspects in our life. So how do we take care of ourselves physically? Mainly we have to watch, we have to control what we eat. We have to eat a good stuff, we have to eat a fresh food, we have to eat more vegetable. The more we get older, the more high quality food with nutrition and vitamin that we needed in our body. You have to watch out and you have to check your blood pressure, you have to check and watch out your cholesterol level, you have to check your sugar level, you have to check your stress level, and you have to exercise on the daily basis, keep moving and stay active, and at night time you have to get enough sleep. And if you are overweight, you definitely need to take action. You need to take control of your life before it's too late. So those things that I mentioned are basically the main thing that we have to do in order to take care of ourselves, to keep ourselves healthy physically. Prevention is the best cure for all disease. So again, when we talk about a healthy food, healthy eating, healthy living, and healthy lifestyle, it's not limited on the material and physical aspect, but we have to look at it. We have to look at it from all different aspects. You also have to be healthy psychologically. You also have to be healthy financially. You also have to be healthy economically. You also have to be healthy socially. You also have to be healthy mentally, spiritually. You also have to be healthy intellectually and academically. So with that being said, so the question is, what is the role of religion and religious institution, and with all of the doctrine and the dogma that they offer in response to the holistic health and wellness that we're talking about? Do you know that there is a disease of the heart, disease of the mind, spiritual disease that most people not aware of? A disease of the heart as related to the spiritual and physical aspect as well. So the disease of the heart that I'm talking about here is the heart and the mind that get corrupted, that always incline towards disobeying God's law and God's commandment. A closed heart and a closed-minded person who engaging in practicing and believing in a false doctrine and a false belief, or a person who believe and claim something without providing proof and evidence. A closed heart and a closed-minded person who being naive or being fanatic, believing in superstitious and believing in a myth and imaginary fiction. Disease of the heart as related to the psychological, mental, and spiritual aspect, such as a person who being ignorant, who engaging in hatred and prejudice. The disease of the heart and evil thought, such as a person who engaging in all kind of corruption, deception, lie, and criminal act. Again, we're talking about the disease of the heart and mind as related to the psychological, mental, and spiritual aspect. For instance, a person who engage in racism and discrimination, who hate, who disrespect and mistreated other people based on the different color of their skin. Again, another disease of the heart and mind, such as when a person being a hypocrite, who engage in double-minded and double standard. Another disease of the heart, for instance, a person who being ignorant, a person who disinterest or lack of eternal and divine guidance. So everyone, those are the diseases of the heart that we can identify. And the thing is, we do not know what's in people's mind and what's in people's heart. A person might be look healthy physically, he or she might be look to be a good person, but mentally and spiritually, his mind or her mind might be get corrupted, maybe have some defect, some deficiency, and some crookedness. We all know that the heart is concealed and the mind is hindered. However, whatever is in people's mind and whatever is in people's thought, sooner it will reveal, it will manifest in their action, in their behavior, and in their character. As we just identify and mention a few diseases of the heart, then logically there must be some kind of solution, some remedy and some medicine that we can offer. As we're speaking about the holistic health and wellness, if you are wonder and if you wanted to know the answer and the spiritual healing, the cure and the medicine, don't go anywhere, stay tuned, and I will be back after this message.
I think all religions have certain things in common, such as I don't think any religion believes in murder. There are certain parameters regarding love relationships, and family, and some religions have more to do with diet, food, and things of that nature than others do. But those are the things that I think religions have in common. And I like to think of religions as being cars, you know.
Like vehicle, like a car.
Yeah, the Buddhist may be a Cadillac, and the Christians may be a Mercedes, and the Jews may be a Lincoln, and you know, the different types of cars, and they have different purposes. One is a sports car, one is a luxury car, one is a utility car. But if you all start out in Philadelphia and you want to go to New York City, they will all take you to New York City.
I like the analogy that you use. I used to tell people that religion is like a vehicle where people try to take a ride or take a ride, and its vehicle has a driver that promise them, try to take them somewhere to a certain direction, and they have some goal and some destiny, so some eternality, some heaven.
Analogy to grasp.
So and that's why there are many different religions. Each has different follower, different leader, and they have some with a big, large number, some small numbers. So that's the way I tell people. Religious, like
but they all will take you to New York City.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, if that's where you want to go.
And some of them, they promise a certain thing, give them some salvation, some some eternal life. Some.
Yeah, well, they focus. They have different emphasis. You know.
Here's the question. So, how do you differentiate between religion and truth? Religion and truth are two different things. Like the fact is that each and every religion they claim to be the one and the only way.
Yeah, that's
and it's kind of the preconceived notion, preconceived mindset. They claim to be the one, the only way, and they falsify other religions. So, how do you reconcile it? Like,
well, you can't really reconcile it, and that's the sad thing about it. You just have to keep in mind that they all ultimately have more or less the same purpose. You know, a certain way of living, a certain way of being in a community, a certain way of being in family, and that's what they have in common.
So, do you think religion is an entity that's subject to be changed, to be reformed, and to be reconstructed?
Well, I don't know that there's. I mean, the only kind of reform that can take place is in terms of allowing women to take a leadership role, you know, to become ministers or pastors or whatever. I mean, for example, in Seventh-day Adventism, I go to a Seventh-day Adventist church right now, and traditionally they don't allow women to be ministers, you know, to be pastors, to head up churches, and to take certain roles. And there are other churches, other religions that have the same restrictions. They discriminate against women, and that's not right. If you read the Bible, for example, you will discover that women do have a prominent role in the stories in the Bible, but it's just that they're kind of downplayed, and that there are only, 3 women, books by 3 women in the Bible, and they had to have been so very powerful that they couldn't squash them. But of course, there were other women who, you know, contributed and who were leaders and had those qualities. So that's probably the only reform. Well, that comes to mind.
Shalom, how you doing? My name is Yeshai Israel, Israelite of the House of Israel, member of Shema Yisrael, a camp based out of Brooklyn, in New York. He came here out to Philadelphia today to promote the books that I write or wrote. These 2 right here. First one, this is now a year in its making. Did the Torah come from the culture Tameri? ? Basically stating that it's not. This book refutes the idea that some people in the Kemetic or the quote-unquote conscious community attempt to state against Israelites. So that's what this one is here. And one of the main quotes that I state concerning that, to show that the Torah, which is the culture of the Israelites, is unique to itself, is because you don't find any other culture that's like it. Furthermore, the writings of it predate the aspect of the Europeans coming in with the Greek translations and so forth. So that's another aspect with that. This one right here, Deuteronomy 28:15-68, the condition of the black, sisterly untold to the masses. Both of these available on Amazon or through CreateSpace, but each of them costs $20. But this one right here gets into not saying that Israelites are only in the Western Hemisphere, but also scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. However, being raised in America, I focus a lot more so on what's considered the United States or the Western Hemisphere in this particular regard. So I also sell these hats right here, which are 17 each on either side. That's where these hats are at. So my contact info for anybody interested, real quick, I would say is 908-587-4841. That's 908-587-4841. Or you can get me on email at hkashub, HKASHUB at yahoo.com. So that's the way in which to reach me concerning these matters. Thank you for the time.
Hi, my name is Zulima Simeon Israel. I'm selling baskets today. This is a great story behind this. My 12-year-old daughter, she made these baskets. These baskets here, the idea of the baskets was my mother's idea. She started creating this a year ago. However, she passed and gave my daughter her collection of baskets and told her to keep her company alive. And today is her first day, my daughter's first day, selling these baskets. And she has made these baskets on her own and packaged them herself.
Okay. So how long you been doing this?
Well, my mother's had this business for about 3 years. She passed away last year, and my daughter, she's continued her company.
Is there any information, phone number, or website, Facebook?
There is Facebook at Beit Deborah. That's BeitDeborah. That's my Facebook page. You can reach us there, and our website is on there as well.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, again, welcome back. If you are still up there, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying with me to the end of this presentation. Speaking of the holistic health and psychological wellness, the only solution, the only medicine, the only remedy that we have to look at it. What you're looking at here behind me or next to me, the whiteboard, the idea and the concept or the layout that we put forward on behalf of Interfaith Study and Community Development Association, the idea and the concept of HD. The HD stand for heart disease. The one I just explained you, there is a disease of the heart that we need to recognize. Also, HD stand for high definition, meaning we have to define the term and the terminology, the religious terminology, in order to get the clarity. And also HD stand for heart doctor, meaning what I'm attempt to do here is sort of conducting some surgery. So I'm conducting surgery within the body of the church. I'm conducting the surgery within your mind and your heart. I'm conducting the surgery within the scripture or within the Bible. Okay, so briefly, what I like to mention is that there are so many different religions. There are so many different religions, but the fact of the matter is that there is only one truth. What is religion and what is truth? Those two words are obviously different. Like I said, we have to get into the definition of every term and every religious terminology in order to seek and get clarity. In my view, again, most people are following religion instead of following truth. If they want to follow religion, be my guest, there are many different religions. But if people want to follow the truth, the real truth, then let it be known that the truth has identity, the truth has a signpost, the truth has a blueprint, the truth has a characteristic, the truth has a requirement that must be fulfilled. The real truth even have a definition that you have to know about. Another point and argument that I like to briefly mention is that religion are a mean, a religion defined as a mean, as a tool to seek God or to seek truth. And that's why there are many different religions that each claim to be the only way, and they falsify other religion. Of course, a lot of things come out in your head when you see the symbolism, when you see a religion. Religion might cause tension and division. Religion mutually exclusive and segregated, and it is unhealthy, of course. Again, in my view, this is as a result of my research study. Religion is the entity. Religion is the entity that is subject to change, subject to reform, and subject to reconstruct. On the other hand, the truth is definite. Truth by nature is definite, absolute. There is only one truth, one singular ultimate reality, one truth. Now, how do you know what the truth is? Now, it is your duty, it is your job to find out, to search and investigate. Let us just put aside the idea and the notion of religion and the doctrine and the salvation that each of religion have offered to the community. Now, let us just think about your life, about have you ever thought about the purpose of life, the purpose of our existence as human being? Again, we're talking about the spiritual health and the psychological wellness, the spiritual healing. Think about the purpose of life. Again, does your life has purpose? Do you think we are here as human being being created for nothing? Where do you think we are come from? Where are we going? What happened after we all die? Do you think this life is the final and the end of everything? Or do you think the death is just the beginning of everything? Do you think we human being created for nothing, without reason and without any purpose? Do you think we are here just to have fun, for fun, and to do whatever we want? Do you think your life and everything that you do is not being recorded? Do you think you will not be held accountable for what you do? You need to think about and to reflect upon those questions. You need to wake up and be conscious, because at the end of the day and ultimately those big questions you need to think about and you need to find out, you need to answer, because no matter how rich you are, no matter how successful you are, no matter how healthy you are physically, if you don't obey and don't worship God correctly or neither believe in God, if you don't have a proper and correct understanding about the identity, about the nature and about the true concept, the genuine concept of God Almighty, if you don't know what the truth is, if you don't know what is the book of guidance and the instruction manual, which is somewhere, someplace, if you really honest, if you really sincere, try to seek and try to find it, and you will surely find it. If you really honest, if you really humble with all your heart and with all your mind. My job is only to remind you and to give you something to think about. And if everything that I say have wake you up and make you feel and think something, then I invite you to go further and deeper, the path of righteousness and the golden way, the way of life and the eternal guidance, the straight path, the path when you walk on it will take you to the eternal destiny with a great reward of the everlasting life. Alright everyone, again this message and presentation we have presented on behalf of Interfaith Study and Community Development Association in conjunction with Philadelphia Roundtable. So again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, leave any comment, send us an email, and peace be with you all.